Hi, and welcome to 2-Minute Topics. Today's topic is the second episode of our 6-part series on warehouse processes. How many of you have dogs that heavily inspect your groceries when you get home from the grocery store? Well, if yours are like mine, then you know no bag is safe from their inspection. Well, today we're talking about the receiving and inspection processes within a warehouse. So let's receive and inspect some concepts with your 2 minutes starting now. What does it mean to receive? The dictionary definition of receive is to welcome on arrival or get something that is given, paid, or sent. While this is a general application of the term, when applied to a warehouse setting, it fits. Receiving is the conglomeration of all of the processes related to incoming goods. The primary goals of the receiving process are to ensure that goods are safely and efficiently unloaded from carriers, validate that the goods received are accurate in terms of product and quantity, inspect for quality or damage concerns, and preparing the goods to be dispersed into other processes within the warehouse. Receiving operations will be dependent upon the purpose of the warehouse and the strategy around distribution. But there are 4 overarching categories of the process that should be present regardless of the operation. Number 1, unloading. Goods must be unloaded from the carrier in order to be received. This involves physically removing the goods from the carrier, placing the items in a staging area, and transferring responsibility from the carrier to the warehouse. The unloading process also requires a scheduling component to ensure that carriers are being unloaded efficiently and the warehouse has the resource and space capacity. Number 2, inspection and verification. This involves examining the goods to verify that the received items match the documentation, the goods are not damaged, and that the quality of the goods meets quality standards. Number 3, documentation. Feeding into the inspection and verification, documentation is a key component for the flow of goods, accurate inventory records, and facilitating proper billing and accounting processes. Documentation can include purchase orders, BOLs, or packing slips. And number 4, dispersing to next steps. Goods can't stay in the receiving area forever, so the final step of the receiving process is to transfer the goods to the next step. That next step can be slotting and storing, transloading, or even consolidating. It's important to keep in mind that depending on the products being received or specific industry, small nuances to this process may exist. But receiving and inspection are the key first steps in the warehouse operations, as it's the start of the flow of goods to subsequent processes. Breakdowns in the receiving and inspection process can lead to delays, errors, and risks across storage, fulfillment, inventory, and customer satisfaction. Speaking of next steps, stay tuned for the next episode where we'll break down the storage and slotting processes.